Yeah, so good evening, colleagues, and welcome to the series on navigating through the RAS system software. So, basically, as we all know, the system, if you log in, if you want to open the system, you need a password and then the user ID, which we already know the username and the password. So, after inputting the username and the password, you click on login, then to sign up onto the system. Now, as you can see, I'm at the home page, and then the classes are here, which I'll select. So I'll select a class. After selecting that class, it will take me to the interface, that particular class interface. So I'll zoom in a bit for you to see what is here. Over here, you can see some buttons over here. They are command buttons, as you already know. Most of you are familiar with the system, how it works. So the new features that have been added to the system is what I'm taking you through, so that you can have an easy way to navigate through the system. Now, the new features are as follows. Over here, you have the some command buttons over here. At the top, we have 6 of them. Then we have exam score form, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4. They are all forms. Then the learner database. Then we have the main home page. Then we have performance report, another button called report card. Then select or school selection buttons. Then we also have report card rubrics. Then we have input school details, dashboard, then the class summary sheet. Then at the left side, we have another 2 buttons over here: clear learner score from the database, then clear names from the database. So we'll see how these buttons have been programmed and how it will be used. It can be used to access the system for easy navigation. Now, first of all, if you see the main home page, what does it do? If you click on the main home page, it takes you to the class select page, the class select home page. So as you can see over here, the class select page, the main home page. So after clicking on the class that you want to, preferably the one in orange color is the class that is active. So I always say that some of the classes have been blocked. So the file that you open, the class that is in orange color, that is the class that is active. So you click on it, then you go to the another home page, another page where we call the class homepage, the main class selection homepage, where you have the exam score, the cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, and the rest. Now, first of all, after opening the system, what you need to do is first of all have to select your district, your school, and probably the class. So the button that will do that is the school select school. So if you click on the school select buttons, it will open a form for you where you select the district. There is a drop down here, you click on it, then you select it. Over here, because it's a test page, we only have, so over here, you, if it is all the district that you select, it will be there for you to select. So over here, maybe you have Key Premium Solutions, which is a test data. Then the school is also coded in here. You have Key Premium Solutions, Greater Grace. So depending the main system, all your schools will to be listed in, you select the school that you want. Then the class, we have class 2, A, B, C up to E. So depending on your level, your stream that you are using, you select it. Then after that, you just click on save. Then it will give you a confirmation to confirm if you really want to save the data. So you only click on yes, then you save it. So after saving it here, you just close this form. Now, the next thing to do after class select is probably maybe you want to input the school details into the system. So input school details, you click on it. The input school detail, you click on it. You have the district pre-selected, the school pre-selected will be here. So all that you need to do over here, maybe change the enrollment, male, female, or boys, girls, then total. So maybe in my class 2, we have 12 male and 13 female. So automatically giving us the 25 as the total. So the name of the head teacher, you just type in. Then the class teacher's name, you also type in the class teacher. Then maybe the contact number of the person, you type in there. Yeah, so basically that is what it does. Now over here we have two command buttons over here. We have the home page. This home page takes you to the class select page. That is the first page that we call the home page. Then back to the class page. The class page is where you select the data, what's the name? The class dashboard or home page where you select the cat one, all the form and everything is there. So I don't want to go there, so I'll just have to go to the back to class page. Now, so this is the class page. Now, so after the school select, after the input details, so the next thing that you have to do is to enter learner into the database. You enter the learners into the database. So what you need to do is use the buttons called learner database. So you click on the learner database. It gives you the learners in the school, in the particular class. You enter them. So for the purposes of what we are going to do, demonstrate, there are some learners already in here in this database, so I have to clear them so that I will start entering new learners into the system. So what I'll do is just to close that one. Then we have, I'm now going to use these two buttons over here. Now, clear names from the database and clear data from the database. Now, before I come to these two buttons, I want to find out the exam score from this form 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how it looks like. Now, if you click on the exam score form, if you click on it, it gives you this form where we have the name, student name, you have the English, all the subjects are here. Then at the top of the name, we have exam score, underscore into bracket 100 marks. What it means is that the exam score should be marked or should be recorded over 100. So if the student score 80, you just put in the 80, the actual mark over there. So the system will do all the what's the name, the segregations, the calculations, breaking it down here and there. Now another thing that you should also identify over here is that these three command buttons. We have the save button, then we have the reset button, and then the search buttons. Whatever they do, they also have a peculiar role they play in the system. Now, at the down over here, you see a white space over here is a database. So this is our database. Now, before you use the database, you have to activate the database. So how do I activate the database? In here, there are some names, there are some marks over here. But because we have not activated it, we cannot see it. It is not visible to the eye. So the first thing that I have to do and see who is in this database and what role are they playing, then I have to activate it. So in activating the database, I'll use the reset button. So the reset buttons is what I'll use to activate the database. So I'll just click on it, then it will give me a confirmation that you want to reset this form. I'll just say yes. So as I did, you realize that the database has been activated with the names in the system and the marks that are in the system. So like I said, I'm going to clear all these things for us to have to input names into the system that are different from this system. Now, how I'll come back so this is how I'm going to activate this database. So when you are done, you just close it. Then if you come to Cat1, Cat1 to same, the database is hidden. You have to activate it by using the reset button. So you click on the reset button, you click on yes, then it activates the database for you. Now you go to Cat2, Cat2 you have to activate the database by clicking on it, and it will populate the database and everything for you. Okay. Then you come to Cat3, also activate the database by using the reset button. Then it will activate the database for you. Now you go to Cat4, you do same. I want to activate my database before I input the marks. I will just have to use the reset button. Then after clicking, here you go. Now, so I'm done with all this one. So the learner database, gives you the name of the learner and blah blah blah. So when you are done, you just close it. Okay, so like I said, there are data in over here, so I have to clear them in order to have a fresh system to gain the new learners that I want to input into the system. But before then, let me just also take the opportunity to take us through all these buttons which we are already familiar with. So the performance report gives us what is happening over here. Over here we have equally we have two buttons over here, the main home page and then the class page. So you click on the class page, it brings you here. Now we have the report card. The report card is where we want to see how the learners are performing in the class. Give you all the rubrics and everything. So you have the launch page and then class page. So I'll just click on the launch page is the same as the main home page. Now you use we have already looked at the school select. Now we have report card rubrics. So over here, if you click on it, we have the year, we have the term drop down, you select that, term 1, term 2, you select it. The day, the vacation date, you state it here, the reopening date, and number of times that the register is open, you also write it here, then you save. Now, that's there. So the dashboard, the class summary, those ones there, you know what is in there. So I will not waste time. So, like I said, if you see this database, the learner database, their names in here, so I just have to take them off. So how do I clear them? So first of all, clear name from the database, or you use the clear names from the database when you want to input fresh students from a different class into the system. So that is why you're going to wipe out everything using this button. You are going to wipe everything from the system. That is, if you are going to accept maybe class 2 people coming to class 3, you wipe out your entire database. Then you input those names into the system. But if the name's already in the system and you have term 1, the term 1, because we don't want to re-enter the names into the system, what we do is just to clear the scores from the system so that the system will be ready to accept next term scores to be analyzed. So that is the difference. Over here, you clear the scores to accept a new score, let's say term 2 score, term 3 scores. That's it. Then clear names from the database. That one you are clearing the names and everything from the system, whereby you are going to input the names of a free student that is coming into your new class. So what I will just do is, first of all, let me clear the score. If you click on over here, it will give you, do you want to clear data, this data? So all that you need to do is just click on what? Yes. So after clicking on yes, you realize that we have clear score from the database. So if you click on the exam score, then you activate the database. Then over here, everything will be empty. But the names are here. The names are here because we have not cleared the names. It is not the names that we have cleared, but rather it is the scores that we have cleared. So let me just clear the names from the system. Clear names from the database. So do you want to clear the data? Yes. So right here, if I go to the learner database, you realize that nothing is here. Everything is empty over here. Everything is empty. Now, if I go to the exam score, I want to reset to see if indeed this is empty. I'll just click on reset to activate the database. So you realize that everything is empty. And these zeros are code. They are codes that are ready to accept input from the learner database in order to populate the learners into this database. So likewise, if you activate the CAT1 database, same 600 right there, don't mind. Alright, so what I'll do is I want to input the learner into the database. So I'll just click on what I'll do is that I'll click on learner database. So clicking on the learner database, then I'll enter the name of the student. Let's say Amada Nicholas. So already we know we are in basic 2. It's a male. So the total attendance, that is the number of times that the person was in school during the academic term. So this one you can just give an imaginary number so that when you come, when the term is about to end, you actually come and update these numbers over here. So 23. Then the conduct. What is the conduct? The conduct, there is a drop down list you select from for the learner. Let's say it's hardworking. All these things are populating the report card. So interest, maybe creative and imaginative. Then remarks, roughly maybe improve self confidence. So when I done filling all these fields, I only save. Do you want to save? I say yes. So you realize that all that I'm saving is here now. So the next thing is Edwin Jima. Edwin Jima, Visual Basic 2, a male, attendant, let's say 23 again, conduct, responsible learner, strong artistic ability, then remarks, let's say collaborate with others well. So all that I need to do is just to save it. Then here you go. Then the next student, let me say Felicia AJ. So basic 2 as well. She's a female. I use the radio buttons to check. So the attendance 34, conduct, self-discipline, interest, avid reader and explorer, remarks, participate in class well. Then I save into the database. So basically I've saved 3 names into this database. So I'm done. I'll just close here. Then the next thing I'll do is to assign the marks to the learners. To assign marks to the learners. So the first thing is the exam score. Click on the exam score. Then because already there are names over here, I need not to type the name again and save. So I will only have to search the name of the learner so that all these places will be active for me to key in the marks for the learner. So like I said, in order to activate the database, you click on the reset button. Then to activate the name. So you realize that the first name over here is Nicola Amada Nicola. So on the search student name, I will just type Amada Nicola. Then I'll click on search. So I'll just go ahead. If mathematics 56, I'll write it 78. For mathematics 67, 78. Because this is the 100%, so I have to the exact mark, the person's score out of 100, I have to write it in here. So 67. Then I'll just save it. Okay. So then the next student that I'll input the marks for is, let's say, Edwin Jima. I'll search Edwin Jima. I'll input the mark 67, 67, 98, 78, 87, 80. I'll just enter the marks. Then I'll save. Alright, so the third person is Felicia AJ. I'll search for this to be active. So over here, I'll as much enter the names, the marks for Felicia. Then I'll just equally save it. Alright. So for instance, if I made a mistake in Felicia Jima, so I only come here again and type Felicia AJ, not Jima. So I'll search. So long as I've searched, I click on search. The system pull all these marks for Felicia AJ for me. So let's say this is supposed to be 67 before I made it 34. So what I'll do is to just change it. If this is supposed to be 73, I'll just write 73 and save it. So you realize that the 68 has changed. Then then the 37 has changed to 73. Alright, so when I'm done for the exam score, then that's so cat 1. I will just click on cat 1 over here. Then I'll assign the cat 1 marks to the learners. So what I'll do is just to activate this database by clicking on reset. Then I'll search the name of the learner, Amanda Nicholas. So I'll click on search for these buttons to be activated. So what we realize that we have to identify that the cat 1 should be 20, max 20. So the system, you cannot put just a single digit into the system. So if, for instance, the learner score 9 out of 20, you write 09. So 12, maybe 07, 20, 17, 16, 18, 12, 13, and then 16. So I'll just save. So that is it. Then I'll search for the second person, Edwin Jima. I'll search Edwin Jima. Then I'll also assign the marks 12, okay, let's say 20, 09, 08, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 14, and I'll save. So Edwin Jima. So these ones that are not coming, they are not anything, so don't mind them. Don't worry. So Felicia AG, you search, you key in the marks. The ones that are not coming is just some simple error which we have corrected in the version, but just I'm using this one as a demo. That is why it is appearing like that. So yeah, so Felicia also, the marks are here. So like I said, if I want to there is a mistake, let's say in English language Felicia should have been 15, not 12. So I only type Felicia AG over here, search, click on search for the system to pull back the result for Felicia AG for me to change the mark to, let's say, 17 and 18. Then I'll just save. So it changed to 17 and 18. So you only click close it. Then maybe you go to cat 3. The same way you activate the database by clicking on reset. Then you type in Amanda Nicholas. So you search for it to activate these places for you. 12, 13, let's see, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 17, 18, 16, 17. Okay, so you save. Here you are. You come to Edwin Jima. Please, when you are searching for the name, type the name as it is in the database. If not, it will give you an error. So please kindly take note of that. So I'm assigning the marks for Edwin Jima in the Cat 2 category. So I'll save it. Like I say, this is a little problem which we have already identified, but still, because we are still using the same system for the demonstration, that is right. But it's not a problem. Your system will not be having that issue. All right. So I'll assign the marks for Felicia as well, as you can see that I'm doing. So when you are done, you save it, and then there you are. Like I say, if let's say Felicia is supposed to 15, 13, 15, or 15, 15, 15, so I'll just have to search Felicia AG. I'll just have to search the name, pull the result back to me, change it to 15, change this list to 15, then maybe I'll save it. So it has changed 15, 15, 16, then that's it. So I think at 4, I also have to research, search it, Amanda Nicholas, and let me search and I find the score. So cat 4 should also be 20. I think cat 3 should be marked 40. Okay, so we'll go back and look at it. So that is that. Let me quickly assign the marks quick, so that we'll just go and then observe how the system will be manipulating the data that we are sending into the system. So here you have it. Then Edwin Jima. I'll have to search for Edwin Jima. 12, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 16, then 17, 16, then I save it. Okay, then we go to Feli AG. Okay, 12, 13, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 15, 16, 17, 17. Then you save. Alright, so we are done with the cat 4. Let's go back to the cat 3. Yeah, so cat 3 should be 40, not 30. So I have to just go and do the corrections, activate the database. So Amanda Nicholas, I have to search for that name to put the result back for me to change. So let's say this 34, 36, 33, 34, 40, 36, 37, 39, 23, 32. So it has changed. Felicia AG, search down to pull back the result. So to 25, change 15 to 35, 15 to 34, 16 to 26, I guess, 17 to 37, 15 to 35, 14 to 29, 16 to 30, 17 to 37, then 16 to 40. So I'll save it and go. Alright, so that is it. So 201817 19, 15, 17. So what we'll be doing is that we'll click on search. So if there is nothing over here, you click on search, nothing will appear, but the text box will be activated. Okay, so we have identified that. But if there are some data already in the database, it will pull it up for you to do editing on it. Alright. So please, when you are doing, don't forget to first of all activate the database. That one is very necessary. It's very, very key. You have to be very mindful about that. You always have to reset, activate the database by using the reset button to activate that database that you are going to use to input the data into or assign mark into the learner in the system. So I'm done now. So everything is set now. If I want to look at the report card, I'll click on report card. Then I'll realize that all the cells, the learners have been records have been updated. Okay, so we have the total average score, blah blah blah, there. Okay, so we didn't use the report card rubric, so maybe the year is 2025. We are in term 1, and times register was open message 67. Reopening day, let's see, 12 July 2025. Then vacation date is 1st January 2025. So you save it. And there you go. So let's go back to the report card. So there you have it. The name of the learner, Edwin Jima. The day, the term 1, year, vacation date, blah blah blah. They are all there for you. So this is how the system will work. We have on the report card, we have the subject, the exam score, the total rating, position, then the grade equivalent of the raw scores over there. So they are all there for you to view the average score, the raw score of the learner. So if you also want to use the performance report, you want to see how the entire system is running, you see it over there. So the summary sheet too is also here. So this one you are already familiar with them. So basically that is how the new system will work. So looking at the new features that we have the form now, the exam score form, CAT 1 form, CAT 2, CAT 3, CAT 4. We have the learner database. You also have a form that you have to do. The rubrics, you have to now fill them. Then the select school, have the district, the school, the class that you select. Then the dashboard, that's where you see how the entire system is behaving. So basically, this is how you are going to use the new system. These are the features that the new system comes with. So before you assign marks to the learner, you have to activate the learner database by clicking on the reset buttons to activate it, to activate the learner database for you, as you can see in here. If you want to assign marks to the learner in the system, you type the name of the learner over here, then you click on search. You type the name over here, let's say Edwin Chima, then you click on search. It will pull out the marks for you from the database, as you can see here. So from here you can see they are there, so you can just alter the marks 80, then you save it. So this mark will change to 80 as you have seen it over there. So basically that is what the new system brings on board. We don't want to give you access to the database again, where people will be altering things, will be deleting certain things from the system. So please, if you have any issue, if you have any question, our numbers are here. You can call us for any further clarification, any further information that you need. Please practice as many times that you want. The video is there. You can pause, do it, play, pause, play, pause until you are familiarize yourself with the system and how to navigate the system and how to interpret the system. The system has come to help. The system has come to cushion us, to reduce the workload on us, the teachers. So let's appreciate the system. Let's take our time to know what the system have to offer. Let's know at what point we need to do one or two things in the system, so that together we can work together as a team. We can help one another, and we can reduce the workload of the teachers in the 21st century. We cannot continue to do